Alright guys, story time. I gotta tell you about this crazy thing I learned yesterday, and in order to do it I gotta go way back to the beginning of the story, so strap in for this one, alright? When I was a kid, my mom used to play this CD all the time, a CD that she loved and would just play all the time when I was, 4 years old, 5 years old, onward, in the car, in the house, whatever. And she told me when I was a kid that it was a band that, wasn't a famous band, it wasn't a band that was, on the radio, it wasn't a band that, other people knew, it was just a very small-time band that she bought the CD for. A band that nobody that she knew really listened to them. The story behind how she got the CD was that she was at a Peter Frampton concert. I've never heard of him. I'm not, hopefully that's not offensive to people if he's massively famous, but I've never heard of Peter Frampton. But she was at a Peter Frampton concert in the year 2000, and there was a band that opened for him, and she went with a friend, and her and the friend both really liked the songs that the opener played. So they waited in line after the show, in the merch line, to buy the CD of the band that opened for Peter Frampton that they really liked. It was a band called the Eric Stuart Band. So she waits in line for the merch table of the Eric Stuart Band, and she buys the CD that he was selling, and the CD is titled Blue Dressed in Black, by the Eric Stuart Band. And when I look up this album, it was indeed released in the year 2000, so that makes sense. And when I did find the Eric Stuart Band did tour with Peter Frampton in the year 2000, so that all lines up. So she has the CD from the Eric Stuart Band. She thinks, it's not a band that anyone else has really heard of. They were just a small-time opener. They never made it big. But she really liked the CD, played it all the time for me. I know, half the songs off the CD, just, from growing up. It just, I read the titles and I remember the songs from when I was a kid. In our recent Zombies video that we did, it's actually now our biggest video that we've ever done in terms of views. A lot of our new subscribers have actually come from that video, so if you're a new subscriber watching this right now, you might have come from the Zombies video that I'm talking about. So this is going to be a cool little crossover. But in that Zombies video, there's a part where Nick starts singing I'm Blue, and all of us start singing different songs, and Tim's like, why are we remixing, or whatever? Well, I start singing I'm Blue Dressed in Black, which is a song off of this album from the Eric Stuart Band.
Nick, are you blue?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I'm blue,
dressed
in black. Yeah,
Here's the story.
Why are we remixing right now?
I say in the video that nobody's heard of the song, nobody's gonna get that reference, whatever I say. So anyway, fast forward to yesterday, I'm going on a trip with my mom to visit some family, and while we're in the car, she brings the CD, and she was like, remember the Eric Stuart Band? And I was like, yeah, I do. And in my head, I was like, that's so funny, I just sang that song in that Snack and Slash video we just put out. So she's saying, yeah, I always loved this CD, I wonder if they ever made any more music. And so I Google the Eric Stuart Band to see if they ever made any more music. As soon as I start Googling Eric Stuart, Google autofills with Eric Stuart Voice Actor, and I was like, that can't be him. So I type in Eric Stuart Band. It comes up with a Facebook page that has 1,900 likes, which isn't a lot of likes. That would track. It isn't a lot of likes for a famous band. That would track for the amount of likes that a band that only really ever opened for other bands would have on Facebook. So the story's lining up. The next result is for Eric Stuart, the voice actor, again on Wikipedia. And I was like, this has got to be a mistake. This band is just so not famous that Eric Stuart, the voice actor, is just overwriting it. But I click on the Wikipedia entry, and it says music career. And lo and behold, Eric Stuart, the voice actor, was the lead singer of the Eric Stuart Band, and he made a couple albums. It wasn't just this one album. And it says right on there that he toured for Peter Frampton. So I'm like, oh, that's crazy. So that makes sense. That explains why we've never heard of him as the Eric Stuart Band. He must have primarily focused on his voice acting career. So then I scroll up, and I'm wondering, what... Is there anything that he's voice acted in that I would know? And it says that, he's voice acted in, a couple of anime and cartoons, most notably as Brock and James from the Pokémon Anime seasons 1 through 8. So I'm like, what? This CD that I grew up listening to all the time in the car, I had no idea that Pokémon, a show that I was also watching all the time growing up, was the same guy voicing Brock singing these songs. That's crazy to me. So then I open up the CD, I take out this little insert. Turns out she has signatures on here from the whole band. You can see it here. Most notably, right here, Eric Stuart. It says, "To Debbie, thank you," from Eric Stuart. My mom has a signed CD from the voice actor of Brock and James from Pokemon. The man famous for such lines as,
"Hey, I know, I'll use my trusty frying pan as a drying pan,"
has signed the CD that I'm holding in my hand. A CD that I grew up listening to all the time. I was watching the Pokémon anime also all the time and had no idea that these two parts of my world were actually connected this way until I'm 27 years old and I find out this information. It just blows my mind. So yeah, that was just crazy to me. His song, Blue Dressed in Black, the one that I was singing, only has 5.3 thousand views on YouTube, which is not a lot for a 3-minute song. That's not, like, you know, I wouldn't consider that to be a popular song. So that just really goes to show, like, his music career was just not what he was famous for. But I knew it my entire life without knowing that I knew it. So go check that out. I mean, the music's not bad, genuinely. It's not like the best music ever heard. It's not like it's life-changing or anything, but it's a decent album. I might go check out his other albums because the dude does make good music. His band made good music, so yeah. So check out those songs, give it a few more views, and you'll know that it's Brock from Pokemon singing when you're listening to it. So that's just crazy to me. And if you guys like this story, I gotta do the cringe thing of asking you guys to subscribe, hit that bell notification or whatever you guys do. And yeah, thanks for watching.